Good morning, guys. I'm excited to be with you here this morning. It's very early in the morning, as you can see. The sun's not even awake, and this is my absolute favorite time of the day to hear the voice of the Lord and to seek Him. And I challenge you guys, if you are looking to find time to spend with the Lord and you struggle because we're so busy in a culture that is just hurry, 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 get up early before the day starts and seek the Lord. There is no better time to do that. And I want to talk to you this morning about the Lord's provision for your life and how we need to trust that the Lord will provide again and again. He has always done so for you, and He will continue to do so for you. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about a concept about habit stacking. So just like I talked to you about, I have set a goal to read this book, the Bible, in an entire year. And my goal is to read the Bible for a half hour every single morning before I touch my phone and before I even look at my phone. So I don't even know what time it is right now because I haven't even looked at my phone. And it's been tough. Those are tough things to do. It takes a lot of discipline to be able to do that. But if you start that habit with a habit that's easy to do, for example, every morning I wake up and I drink some V8 energy juice. This is a healthy energy drink, peach mango, very delicious, and that tastes good. That is a trigger for me. When I drink that, it's time to get in the Word and read the Bible. So, challenge you, if you're trying to start a new habit, try habit stacking with an easy habit with a more difficult habit to do. So, I want to talk to you in 1 Kings chapter 17. This is Elijah, and it's amazing to me how he can hear the word of the Lord, and it's so evident to him, and then the trust that he has that the Lord will provide and his direct obedience to follow Him. So follow me along here. It says, "Now Elijah the Tishbite of Tishbe in Gilead said to Ahab, As the Lord of the God of Israel lives before whom I stand, there shall be neither dew nor rain these years except my word. And the word of the Lord came to him, Depart from here, turn eastward, and hide yourself by the brook Cherith, which is east of the Jordan." Man, may the word of the Lord come that clear to us. I pray for that. "You shall drink from the brook I have commanded, and the ravens will feed you there." So, I don't know about you guys, but if God told me to go somewhere and said that ravens were going to feed me, that'd be pretty tough for me to believe. But Elijah goes in obedience, and he says, so he went and did according to the word of the Lord. He went and lived by the brook of Cherith, east of the Jordan, and God comes through. Here's verse 6. "And the ravens brought him bread and meat in the morning, and bread and meat in the evening, and drank from the brook. And after a while, the brook dried up because there was no rain in the land." So, God provides here in the first example in chapter 17. I want to talk about two more examples. Going through verse 8, now is the widow of Zarephath. "The word of the Lord came to Elijah again," which I love. Again, may we seek the word of the Lord and hear it as evident as this. "Arise, go to Zarephath, which belongs to Sidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow there to feed you." Okay, so first it was the ravens. Now there's a widow that the Lord is telling Elijah. "So he arose and went to Zarephath, and when he came to the gate of the city, behold, a widow was there gathering sticks, came through. And he called to her and said, Bring me a little water in a vessel, that I may drink. And as she was going to bring it, he called to her and said, Bring me a morsel of bread in your hand. And she said, As the Lord your God lives, I have nothing baked, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little oil in a jug. And now I am gathering a couple of sticks, that I may go prepare it for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die. And Elijah said to her, Do not fear, and go do as you have said. But first make me a little cake of it for yourself and your son. For thus says the Lord of God of Israel, The jar of flour shall not be spent, and the jug of oil shall not be empty, until the day that the Lord sends rain upon the earth. And she went and did as Elijah said. And she and he and her household ate for many days. The jar of flour was not spent, and neither did the jug of oil become empty, according to the word of the Lord that was spoken by Elijah. The word of the Lord is true. The word of the Lord not only was true then, it is true today, and it's true in your life right now. We have to listen to the word of the Lord, then in obedience, obey the word of the Lord. Third example as I close here. Now, Elijah is going to raise this widow's son from the dead. After the son of the woman, the mistress of the house, became ill, and his illness was so severe that there was no breath left in him. And she said to Elijah, "What have you against me, O man of God? You have come to me to bring my sin to remembrance and to cause the death of my son." And he said to her, "Give me your son." And he took him from her arms and carried him up into the upper chamber where he lodged, and laid him on his own bed. And he cried to the Lord, "O Lord my God, have you brought calamity even upon the widow with I sojourned by killing her son?" So Elijah here, he's nervous. He's questioning a little bit. "Lord, have you just brought me here? And now this widow who's taking care of me, who I'm staying with that you told me to, now her son just died, and she thinks it's because of me." Then he stretched himself upon the child 3 times and cried to the Lord, "O Lord my God, let this child's life come into him again." And the Lord listened to the voice of Elijah. That's crazy. Think about that. The Lord heard his prayer, heard his cry. The Lord hears our cries and hears our prayers. And the life of the child came into him again, and he revived. And Elijah took the child and brought him down from upper chamber into the house and delivered him to his mother. And Elijah said, "See, your son lives." And the woman said to Elijah, "Now I know that you are a man of God, and the word of the Lord in your mouth is true." So, if you're listening to this, I just want to encourage you to trust the path that God is calling you to be on right now, to trust the provision of the Lord. In the first example, the Lord said, "Elijah, go here. I'm going to give a raven to feed you. The ravens are going to give you all that you need." And Elijah did it in obedience, trusted the Lord, and the ravens brought him food. Then the creek dried up, the water dried up, the brook dried up. And once it dried up, the Lord said, "I still have you right in the palm of my hand. I'm going to send you now to a widow. And go to the city. There's going to be a widow right there that's going to bake food for you, and you will not die. I will take care of you." And Elijah listened to the Lord in obedience, obeyed him, and the Lord provided. Then in the third instance, while Elijah is staying with that widow, the son dies, and the widow thinks it's all Elijah's fault. "What have you done to my house?" And Elijah says, "Lord, please help me here. Did you just bring me here to bring calamity and hard times on this house?" And he begs the Lord to breathe life back into this young man. And the Lord comes through. He does a miracle, brings someone back to life. So just wherever you're at in your journey, maybe you're in a business venture right now that the Lord has called you to, or maybe you're on your professional career in basketball, or maybe you're just in a challenge right now in school, and you're trying to get through just the end of this school year. I don't know where you're at and who you are, but I just want you to trust where the Lord is calling you to go. Obey him, and he did a miracle by sending the raven, by sending the widow, and then by raising the young man back to life. He did it then, and he can do it today.